everybody deserves to have a nice, clean space. If you've got an office, corporation, house that you'd like clean, make sure you stick around and check out our next guest. All right, welcome back to Your Little Castle Show. You'll notice I am not the Cardinal Cowboy. He is producing today. He got the day off. I am Phil Herdlicka, and I am here with Aaron Piggee. Aaron, welcome back.
Hey, thanks.
So Aaron was with us previously, if you saw our last show. Aaron, tell us more about the company you own. What's the name? What's your primary services?
So my name is Mitch Services and Company, and the purpose of my service is to offer all-purpose cleaning.
And as you mentioned, you do residential, commercial, construction sites. What would you say is your favorite of those to work with?
Commercial is my favorite.
Okay, why is that?
I got this. Maybe it's a little less work, I guess.
Okay.
But yeah, that's me. Yeah.
So you're saying commercial is less work than a home?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so I mean, I think, company, especially you say you do office buildings, things like that. You're doing 3 floors of a building. How is that easier than one silly house?
Like in the office, they kind of keep it clean too themselves, maybe.
Okay.
So then a house, like you going out there, you don't know what you're going to expect in a house. So when it's a commercial, you know what to expect because you've been cleaning it Monday through Friday. So it's always the same. It's nothing different. In the house, it's always something different. I don't know what to expect.
And I'd imagine houses, the owners are more particular than the businesses.
And that is true.
So if there's one spot you missed under the fridge.
Oh yeah, you got to get it.
You'll hear about it.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, you're primarily based in North City, right? But you travel around. You go all throughout St. Louis.
Yeah. So like I said, well, we go to St. Louis City, St. Louis County, St. Charles City, St. Charles County. We also go as far as Columbia, Missouri.
Wow.
So yeah.
So what do you like working in St. Louis?
What I like about working in St. Louis, I grew up here.
Okay.
So I love it here, and it's just me giving back. The best way I can to my people is like, hey, if I can help clean, it's a win-win for me and you both. Because you're happy, and I'm happy because I cleaned your home or your commercial building or whatever.
So you're lifelong St. Louisan?
Yes.
Great. Always lived in the same area?
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay. Now, do you do some of your neighbors' houses or your local businesses too?
Something like that.
Okay. So tell me about a time when, a particular job you did, whether it be residential, commercial, where you felt like you really helped out a client.
It was just recently. He couldn't find nobody to do the floor for a reasonable price, and we came through and said, "Hey, I can take care of it for you for this price." And he's happy now. He's wanting me to come back and do a touch up.
That's great. So I imagine, is this job not a repeat, like a weekly or monthly job?
Oh, it was a floor job. So it was cool. Like other than that, schools. That's why I do mostly Monday through Friday. School offices, and floors is always my go-to if I can get it. I always go for floor jobs, and because it's after the fact. So it's like, your floor look hideous. Now it looks sparklers, So I love it.
So there are some jobs they hire you just to come in and do the floors.
Oh yeah, no matter if it's stripper wax, carpet, no matter what it is, they come just do their floors.
And you're the big steam mop or
whatever the job, I got you.
Okay, it's great to hear. So you mentioned he couldn't find anyone to get the work done at a reasonable price. Have you priced yourself amongst other competitors in the area? Do you feel you're one of the lower priced or more reasonably priced? I shouldn't say lower.
Yeah, I'm one of the most reasonable price because I do go against my competitors. So hey, okay, well you charge this, I'm gonna charge this. So and it's all about how can I beat my competitor the best way I can. And the number one reason is I'm an all-purpose cleaning service because I'm already got a lot of them beat.
Yep.
So it's a one-time shop. You don't got to go look for this person to clean your windows, this person to clean your carpet, this person to do your floors, this person, you don't have to do that. So.
Well, I'm a small business owner myself, and that's the hardest thing to do is to find the right price point. You price yourself too high, you lose the business. Price yourself too low, you're not making enough money to make the business sustainable. So I think that's one of the hardest things. So if you've got that figured out, that's great. You said you've been doing this. The company's 25 years, and you took over, 10 years ago?
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges you faced, either whether it be when you were young, helping with the business, or since you've owned it?
The most challenging was staffing and then finding jobs. It's like, hey, well, what do you know? Like, you new to this, you know? So
Yeah.
I had to, like, actually, like, gain a lot of customers' trust, you know?
Sure.
So, hey, just give me a try. Just give me a little space, and they give me that little space, and they're like, oh, my gosh, you knocked that out the park. And now I get referrals, and that's how it all starts. And now look at me.
Now look at you. Been owning the company for 10 plus years. You're established. I mean, it sounds like you've got consistent and steady work going every week.
Yeah.
So, you know, you said money. You try to take weekends off. Did I hear that right in the last?
I mean, yeah,
show?
I try to take weekends off, but hey, if I got to come in on a weekend, I come in.
But I mean, that's amazing as a small business owner that you can able to take those days off. So I mean, on a given week, if you're doing 5 days worth of jobs, mostly after hours, how many of those jobs are repeat jobs every week?
I'd say about 30% of those would be repeat jobs.
So you do a lot of one-off jobs here and there.
Mm-hmm, from here and there, and then I get those. Hey, I wanted to keep you for a lifetime, so I'm
Yeah.
like, well, come on, lock on in.
Hey,
Now you family, you know. So
see, I love to
everybody's
hear that.
family.
That's great. That's how you should treat every customer, as if they are family.
Mm-hmm.
You wouldn't want to disappoint your family like you wouldn't want to disappoint your
Exactly.
customers. So, well, great. So you mentioned you have a team of 10 now, right?
Yes.
Are you looking to expand, or is this
Yes.
kind of the comfortable spot you're at?
No, the goal is to hire on 10 more people.
10 more people. So you
Yes.
want to double in size.
Yes.
Double the number of jobs you're doing.
Yep.
So is that so? I mean, you can kind of step away and just kind of manage the business, or you still want to keep hands
I
on?
know. I'm still gonna be hands on. You know, I believe. Hey, I want to show my employees I won't have you do anything that I wouldn't do. So we see you working alongside a boss. So hey, well, this is my boss. He's doing the same thing I'm doing. So it makes them appreciate the job more and appreciate you a lot more. So and I believe in trust with employees, clients, whoever I'm dealing with. I believe in trust.
See, I love to hear that, and take note of that. So Aaron's not looking to expand so he can get out of the workspace. Like he said, he's not trying to ask his employees to do anything he wouldn't do, and I love that. So, well, that's great. Now, do you advertise, or is this kind of your beginning with advertising, or how do you get your new clients?
So I do a lot of word of mouth,
Yep.
Facebook, or I might send out emails and like, hey, you know what? I need something. They'll give me out there more, you know. So then what I'm doing. So, but it's just time to expand. So if I want to expand, I got to open my horizons and go with a new route to advertise my company.
Yeah, and that's one of the hardest things to do as well. You know, like I said, as a small business owner, I literally send letters out to schools and businesses in the area and just spent days doing that. And it's not an easy thing, and it's not a cheap thing to do. But to find your right market, you know, the right businesses that are, you know, close enough that it's worth going to, the right size jobs. At this point, you probably couldn't take on, you know, one of the skyscrapers downtown on a nightly clean. Maybe you could. I mean,
Hey,
it sounds like you're growing, and if you want the
You
chance.
never know. You never know.
Maybe they're watching ABC, and maybe you get a new contract downtown. That'd be nice.
You never know. I could send 3 people to knock out one spot in no time. So hey, you never know.
Is that what your typical crew is when you go out? I know you said you do a lot of jobs yourself, but then
Yeah, but all our jobs are always 3 people. So I'm at one of them,
Okay.
and we have it knocked out in 3 hours. Believe it or not, in 3 hours we have it done.
I would not have thought you could have done that fast. So you're obviously efficient, and obviously if you get the repeat business, it's, you know, you're doing good work. So we love to see that. Tell us about one mistake that you think, you know, your competitors are making in this industry that you're not.
That is a good question. A lot of mistakes our competitors is making is, hey, I did this customer's job, but I'm not gonna get a feedback from her, or I'm not gonna reach back out to them. So I try to reach back out to any client, even if you had a one-time service. That's fine. Hey, I want to reach out, see how you doing, when everything is great. Then that's it.
So I mean, feedback's always important. I think, you know, honestly, a lot of people are probably afraid to reach out because they don't want the negative feedback. And my opinion on that is, if you're not willing to reach out for feedback, you probably already know the answer.
Right.
You don't want to hear it. So the fact that you're out there actively seeking feedback, you're confident in your work, you stand behind what you're doing, and probably if there's not something that was up to their standard, you're going to fix it, right? That's what you're telling us?
Yeah.
So, I mean, you know, I expected when I asked you that question about mistakes your competitors are making, you know, it's not about the products that they're buying. I mean, is it like, do you have certain chemicals or cleaning products that you buy that you've seen are better than other products?
So like my products, I can tell you now, nobody has them.
Okay, so nobody has the cleaning products you have.
No, not what I have. No.
So, I mean, how do you get them? Are you personally making some of these, or?
Like I went to school to learn make some of the chemicals. So yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
So you're not just mixing bleach or dial or anything like that.
Mm-mm.
You have your own formulations on what'll best clean countertops, floors, things like that.
Everything that I need. Yes.
And you mentioned that you went to a six-month program to learn how to do that.
To learn how to do that. Yes.
And your competitors aren't making that effort to do that.
No.
So I mean, that amazing is right there. That's amazing right there. Aaron is literally developing his own cleaning products that are outperforming what his competitors use. I honestly did not know anyone does that. I assumed they were just going to Costco or Restaurant Depot and just getting their cleaning supplies, and that was it.
They're like, well, let's say we want to be different. So.
Nice, and you do go to the Depot stores to get some cleaning.
Yeah, I'll get
materials,
some cleaning stuff.
course.
Yeah, but we want to just be different. And say, hey, well, I need these things. Go to Home Depot and go get it. They have it. And now for them to mix everything together for you guys.
Now, one thing I used to work in corporate America, and we had those companies that would come in and clean the building. One thing that I always heard was you want to arrive at work as if nobody was there. So like, no, you're not leaving any scents. Like you're not using scented products, things like that, right? You're basically just going in, cleaning, and trying to leave no trace that anything was ever there before, right?
Like yeah, but we were leaving freshness, so it's always a scent that's left behind.
Okay, so you do.
It's MSC scent, and you will have no idea what it is.
Okay.
Because they always ask, "What is it?" I'm like, I can't tell you.
You can't tell you.
Can't tell you.
Well, you can, but you won't. You won't. Okay. All right. So, I mean, do you have a particular recurring job that's your favorite in the St. Louis area?
Yeah, I say like my favorite is schools, man. Like, believe it or not, that's my favorite jobs. Is schools.
Like your standard elementary schools, middle schools,
yeah,
1, 2, 4?
Yeah, like no matter what it is. I like middle school, high school. I love them.
And then what, about 40 rooms, a kitchen, and a gym?
Something like that, yeah. That's how it is, yeah.
Yeah, and you can do all that in 3 hours. It's not just going and picking up the trash. You're doing all the floors. You're wiping down everything. I mean, so you're in a room for 5-10 minutes each and in and out?
Yeah, we in and out. 3 people. Everybody pick a lane, pick a floor, get it done.
Now, do you ever, my kids are all in high school and middle school right now, they have a lot of class parties, things like that. And I've seen the aftermath after a 2-hour, junior high party. You show up on Friday and you don't know if, school's somewhat clean or there was just a popcorn party and you've got a big old mess?
Hey, like sometimes it be somewhat clean, but not all the time. They try their best. It's okay. But hey, those be the fun parts.
Okay.
Because they're like, no way you got that done in the same amount of time. Like, it's no difference. There's no mess too messy for us, too clean. So,
I mean, are there any jobs that stress you out as far as like where you feel certain pressure to make sure it's cleaner than when you left it, or that you have to give more attention than other jobs?
I won't say no jobs that stress me out. We definitely get more jobs, more attention, especially like schools.
Yeah, so that's why I asked. We were just talking about schools.
But other than that, no job stress me out. I won't pick a job if I know it's going to stress me out.
Okay, that's a great point. And I just think, I'm in my kids' schools all the time, and, I know what messes are left. Kids get sick. There's the nurses. There's a lot of stuff that, to be cleaned. So I would think that's high pressure. So if that doesn't stress you out, if that doesn't bother you, then you're probably the right man for that job.
Yeah.
Great. Well, so I don't want you to name any businesses in particular because I don't want to shame anybody. But that was your favorite. Do you have any jobs that you have? You said you don't get stressed out, but is there one that you don't particularly look forward to every week?
No, I can't say that. Not really. I really can't say that because I like to see that customer call me up and say, "Hey, well, this is what you did in my place. I'm so happy. Everyone's talking about it." Before I even got into the building, I was getting emails and phone calls about how spotless my building was and how freshly clean it smelled.
I imagine that would be, a great feeling to get that unsolicited feedback. Mm-hmm. Because it's one thing when you reach out and they say, "Oh, everything was great," but when someone contacts you just to tell you did a great job, that's probably one of the things that bring the biggest smiles to your face.
Oh yeah, and the biggest it's always the restroom. It's like in my restroom, it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't think Clean Company ever can do that.
So when you said you don't look forward to a job, I was thinking any bathroom at any place would probably be your least favorite, but we'll talk more about that after. We do have to go to break. We'll be back here on the Your Little Castle show with Aaron Piggee.
Mark, how you doing?
Amari.
Amari, I'm sorry, got that right. Amari, good to meet you. What position do you play for SLU?
I'm guard.
You're a guard.
Yeah.
You can shoot, dribble, dunk, and the whole thing.
Yeah, just a little bit. I wish I could do it like him, but
I'm We're going to talk to him too. All right, Mark. How excited are you about the upcoming season for SLU?
I'm very excited. We got a group of guys, that compete and, that's willing to win. So, it's fun. You can't complain.
So is there going to be a potential conference championship in this maybe? Don't want to get you in trouble predicting. We don't do that in baseball. We don't do it in football. But do you at least feel like you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, we got a group of guys that's willing to win, that's willing to dive on floors and get loose balls. So, can't complain, honestly.
That's that hard work pays off, doesn't it?
Yeah, for sure. All right.
Yeah, thank you. Mark. What's your first name?
Kalu.
Kalu. How long have you been playing with the SLU basketball team now?
This is going to be my second year here now.
So are you excited having a new coach? This is his second year too. Did you come along with the coach? You like this program he's got put together?
Yeah, I came along with him last year. It's a great program, great environment. I'm excited for this new season.
So as a matter of SLU's place in the conference, you think there's a chance you might do well in the conference this year?
For sure. Just got to take it day by day and come compete every single day. And I think we'll have a great chance for that.
What position you specialize in?
I'm a forward.
So you can do those rebounds, maybe a slam dunk, and hit a three-pointer every once in a while.
For sure, for sure.
You need any help with your reverse slam dunk, you let me know.
I got you, man.
All right, everybody.
Hey everybody, Cardinal Cowboy here, another leader in our community, Paul Carlo. Paul, you've been working with boxing therapy now for a long time. Tell me what you do up there at boxing therapy, located right here in St. Charles.
It's in Frenchtown. We work with kids with autism, mentally disabled kids, kids trying to come off the street, court ordered. Just put them through a little workout, build them confidence, encourage them. We give sessions where...
His name is Carter Rethwich, but in St. Louis, he's known as the Cardinal Cowboy. He's a well-known fixture in the stands at sporting events in the Gateway City. He's one of its greatest cheerleaders, a super fan like no other. When he makes his rounds at almost every home game, he shares his love for sports with the rest of fandom with a smile, a cheer, some positive encouragement, and lots of selfies and pics. But the Cardinal Cowboy was born of a tragic incident. Rethwich was an aspiring athlete in high school and college. He dreamed of playing in the big leagues, but those dreams ended when he and 3 of his college friends were hit with a devastating crash by a 5-time drunk driver. One of his best friends died. Carter suffered a critical head injury. The trauma put him in a coma for 6 days. The doctors said he was never expected to function again. Those expectations never came true. He fought back and finished college. He was determined to prove the doctors wrong. Among other inspirations, it was his love of baseball that kept him going. And from his near-death experience, the Cardinal Cowboy emerged. His goal in life became to inspire others with positivity despite the odds, to help people believe in themselves and achieve their dreams.
So after my coma, I realized that it was up to me if I was going to accomplish my goals, if I was going to reach my dreams. Despite what the naysayers would say, the people that were discouraging me, like they do everyone, it's up to me if I'm going to make it. Don't listen to the naysayers. It's up to you. You decide whether you're going to succeed, whether you're going to reach your goals. Dream, and then always, always chase your dreams. Never give up. Giddy up. Hey, we're looking for the small business owners and leaders in our community to be on our show. This is the Your Little Castle show. We air 3 times a week, every week on ABC, and we would like to put somebody you know, or maybe it's you, who's a business owner to be on our show. You'll sit right here in our guest chair, right here, sitting here talking to us. We're going to put on the wall your website and everything about you and highlight you as a leader. Fill out the form you see here on our website. It's bigleagues.com, and if you go to bigleagues.com, fill out this form. It takes just a couple seconds, and you can even schedule yourself right here. Schedule yourself to be on the show, and there is no charge for us to record you. There's no charge to be in the studio. Check it out if you would like to be on. Fill out the form again, bigleagues.com. This is where we can turn any interview into a series of clips. Check that out. Go to bigleagues.com.
You want to help improve your business. This is a #1 bestseller on Amazon. Proven system, how to improve your business as technology, as things advance. This is a proven system, help your business. And by the way, you recognize this guy. Forward was done by Cardinal Cowboy himself. Now you'll notice I'm not the Cardinal Cowboy. He is producing this episode. I am Phil Herdlick, and I'm sitting in for him today. And again, with me today, once again, Aaron Piggee with Mitchell Services and Company. Welcome back again.
Hey, thanks.
So, we were just talking about, how things have changed, how things are developing. Obviously, you're not necessarily a tech company, although, advertising on websites and Facebook has changed, but maybe there's, new improvements and advancements in equipment. What have you seen change in your business over the last couple of years? Maybe even less since you've been with it the last 10 years.
With the tech, it definitely changed, especially with the AI. So that the AI kind of helped out the business a little bit. But other than that, that's just, just so-so, but it ain't changed too much, though, to be honest.
So how has AI affected your business, or what role does AI play?
So AI plays a role in by advertising it.
Okay.
And or making like phone calls for me.
Okay.
So I have to do it myself.
Right. I imagine, again, if you're calling every client yourself, that's a lot of time spent, so it's working when you're not actually working, it's still working.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. But we see, obviously, we have your Facebook page up here on the wall. We have your website behind us. We went through some of your reviews in the last show. Obviously, everyone on there was all 5 stars, I believe, right? Every review was 5 stars. You'd responded to every one of them, which I think is very important, to thank and appreciate people for taking the time to rate your business. And it's cool. I see on your Facebook page we've got some pictures there. Some of the restrooms. Normally, I would never want to take a look at a picture of a restroom, but after you've cleaned it, I'm okay looking at it. So you did a great job there. So someone either gets a phone call from you, or maybe someone shares a Facebook post you did. What's the process if someone wants to hire you, or at least talk to you, have you come in and see what you can do for them? What's the process? How do they get a hold of you? How do they get started in business with you?
Yeah. So the process of work is either a phone call or email, and then I will set up a meeting with you for a walkthrough to see what you need done and what everything you want particularly clean, or us to even hey, this stands out. I want you to put extra detail on it. And then after that, I go back to the office, crank up some numbers,
work up a quote,
and then send you a quote.
So you go to these office buildings or these homes or wherever you go, and they tell you exactly what they want to clean. Do you point out and say, well, I think you should be cleaning this, or it doesn't look like this is particularly clean, you should be doing this more often? You make suggestions as you're looking around?
Yes, I do make suggestions as I look around. Yes.
Is that more like, you're trying to upsell your services, or just trying to make sure you're leaving them with a nice clean space they're happy with?
Yes, I just want to leave them with a nice little clean space and let them know, hey, you might not see this, but I can see this. I can take care of this for you. Worry. Because a lot of these people don't even notice, hey, well, it's dust on that ledge right there. And you don't even notice, but I can point that out.
And I think that's the personalized touch you're providing, because I think someone else they'll come in, they'll, clean what they're supposed to clean, out the door and on to the next job, but you're there to make sure, even if it's from longer than those 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which is good. So what would you say, does anyone have a major objection when they're considering your service, and if so, how do you overcome it? Or have you been rejected for a job for a certain reason? How did you overcome that?
Oh yeah, that comes with the business. I've been rejected from plenty of jobs, but that would make me better. I learned from that. Say, hey, well, maybe it's something that I did. That's why I got rejected, or how I came off, or how did I present myself. So I just look back into those and say, hey, well, and try to fix it. And then next minute, I get every job I want. And I imagine,
nobody who owns their own business goes without any rejection. So I'm sure
That's
it's
facts.
happened to you. It's happened to me. It can be hard sometimes, but like you said, learn from it, get the feedback, and try to, not make that mistake the next time, or try to, understand exactly what their needs are even before they have it next time.
Yes.
But that's tough. That's a really difficult part of owning your own business. Have you had any issues with that, like with your employees, where there'd be personal conflicts, or where they didn't like something you were asking them to do, and you had to overcome that?
Oh yeah, of course.
You want to give me an example?
Like that's something that you say, hey, well, I don't want to do this. It's like, well, if you don't do it, then I'm gonna do it. Then I'm just gonna send you home. But I don't want to do that. I value you. So since I value, let's come meet terms and work this out.
Yeah, that can be a challenge, especially, like you said, you try to have everyone's a family. Your business is your family. So if that's really true, then, when you're having those conflicts, that's personal. So
right.
I mentioned that's difficult. One thing I want to do, I mentioned we have your website behind us here, Mitchell Services and Company, LLC. Let's take a look at some of the services you have. Obviously, you've got your phone number up there. It's great. that email for a free estimate. Let's hit the About You section. So, commercial cleaning specialist you need. Unlock our cleaning services. What do you want to tell us about your website?
Our website is more like it make you feel like a family, and that's how I wanted my website to look, and to let you know, hey, you can come to us at whatever you need, and your estimate is free, and our prices are reasonable.
Okay. We scroll back down there real quick all the way to the bottom. So notice here, once again, we want to mention, your phone number is down there, your contact window is all the way down. That number again is 314-899-3124. And as Aaron said earlier, look, you see these working hours, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., those aren't the hours that he's restricted to. He was talking about working, till midnight, late night jobs, weekends if he has to. So, you can reach out to him. I'm sure Aaron's going to make sure you're taken care of no matter the time or day.
That's correct.
So call him. He'll come, come this Saturday at noon, right? No.
You never know.
That's great. You mentioned earlier, the feeling you get when you get the feedback, or you leave a clean space. Talk about the feelings you have that make you the most satisfied from doing your job. Not necessarily one individual job, but like in general, satisfaction over owning your own business, over knowing that you and your team are leaving places clean. It's got to be very fulfilling. Talk about that.
Oh yeah, it is a great feeling. But like the satisfaction out of the whole thing is like, hey, we made this customer happy, and I get to pay my employees. That's making me so happy to pay my employees.
So I love hearing that because again, it's family. So you're trying to make sure that they're taken care of, they're paying their bills, hopefully having some fun money, and then obviously you too. If you're doing this, hopefully you're putting some money in your own pockets and making it worth your while.
Of course.
So we only have about a minute and a half, 2 minutes left. We were talking off camera earlier about some of the work you do in the community. Let me hear about that. Let people know a little bit more about you as a person.
So outside of cleaning, I coach a 7-year football team for the St. Louis Elite.
Okay.
And we call the Seminoles Elite.
The Seminoles Elite?
Yeah, the Seminoles Elite.
And they're based out of North City?
Yeah. So they're based more often like North County. That's where
North County,
most would be in. So, and like I said, it's my second time. So like my first time, I was coaching the 8U football team called the U.S. Stallions. We went all the way. We lost to CBC in the Super Bowl.
Oh, man.
And but it was a great experience, man. Like those kids just touched those 14-year-olds before they even go off to college. Say, hey, I know a lot of us don't have a good male figures in our life, and a lot of us do. So, but just to talk to those kids and touch those kids and say, hey, it is something outside of being in the streets.
Yeah.
So play football. I still play semi-pro football right now.
Do you really?
I actually just got back from a combine.
Oh, man.
Playing football. So it was great. It's great, man.
Well, how'd you get involved with the youth football?
So I tried for this league called Right Professional Football League by Quincy Hines, and who played for the Patriots.
Okay.
And then that's how I got started, and I just kept on going, and now I'm here.
Well, so besides the great work that he's doing, in the community with the schools, businesses, your home, obviously he's making a personal impact on the community, and I think that's just as important when you're looking for someone to hire. Aaron, thanks for being with us.
Oh, you're welcome.
I really enjoyed sharing this half hour with you. Good luck with the business.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Your Little Castle.